What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Desiree. This is another video where I forgot to film an intro to, so we're just gonna hop right in by priming our eyes and blending it out with a damp beauty blender. And then here in a second I'm going to attempt to explain my little tip on what I do for my hooded eyes, so hopefully it helps. Okay, so I'm gonna pause the fast forwarding real quick and explain it real time. I was gonna just do a voiceover with it, but it's not gonna work that way. Excuse if you hear my children in the background screaming. It has been a long day of them fighting. So, anyways, so if you have hooded eyes, you see this crease? There is so much extra skin under here that you like just don't see. So if you close your eye and like you can see there's a slight crease in your actual skin. Most of the time your makeup will cake right there, and that's usually your crease. That's usually what it is. So obviously you want to smooth out that crease because we're going to be creating a... Hold on, I'll be right back. So, the new crease, so when you open your eye, you can see the crease right here. Your new crease, you're gonna want to place slightly above it, so when you open your eye, you see the fake crease will be up here. I hope you can see this, okay? Thank you. Okay, hold on 1 second, okay? So, real crease, you're going to want the fake crease to be up here. So when you want that like a color above the crease, you're gonna have to like go way up here, which sounds super scary. Hey, stop. And this is why I fast forward my videos, because... Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place color up here. It's gonna sound really scary, but if you have hooded eyes, it's gonna make your eye look so much bigger. So let's fast forward and hopefully you kind of understand. Okay, so I really hope that little tip thingy, whatever you want to call it, helped just a little bit. So this kind of eye look is gonna end up being a halo eye. So that means there's like one whole color, and then in the very center of your eye there's a halo of color, so it's like right down the center. So you still want to do the fake crease slightly above your normal crease, because you're gonna do all this beautiful work with eyeshadow, and when you open your eye you're not gonna be able to see any of it if you don't place it above your actual crease. So here I put red and blended out with a big fluffy brush, and then I concentrated some deeper red on the outer corners of the eye, and then blend up into the red some more. Here we are going to take some concealer and a flat brush, and we are going to basically erase the red that we put or accidentally blended onto. So it gives you kind of a blank canvas to put the halo on. And then after we put that on, I'm going to take a kind of fluffy brush and blend out the edges of the concealer so it blends into the red a little bit better, so it's not so harsh. And then we're going to put some green on the center for the halo. I like to do lots of back and forth between red and green so it blends very evenly. I like to pack down the color first and then I'll go in and blend it, but I just, yeah, flip-flop back and forth between the green and the red so it blends really well into each other so it doesn't look so stop and go. Okay, so I think I like doing the stopping when I like have something a little bit more important to explain than just like where I'm placing colors and blah blah blah. So stopping video again to explain this. When I'm doing crazy eyeshadows like this, I think this is probably considered a little bit more dramatic than normal. I do my eyes very first, and it seems very unnatural to most people because I used to do that too. I used to do my eyeshadow after I did everything else, but doing it this way saves the rest of your makeup, and it's really hard to patch in like little spots that you clean up. So here, when you're blending and stuff, you get it everywhere, and like some of the colors have fallout, or you mess something up, or whatever the case may be. You can clean it up without worrying about having to fix anything else. So you just clean it up and it's done. You're good, and you can just do the rest of your makeup. And you can create that nice sharp edge, or you can leave it blended out. And since I cleaned it up sharply on the other side, I'll do it on this side. But literally good to go. And now it's gonna look flawless, and we will do the under eye after everything else is done. I usually say that to the very end, because I like to get my concealer right up underneath my eyes, because I'm a mom of 2 boys and I like to act like I get a full night's sleep sometimes. So we'll continue with the video. Let me know down in the description box if you like me stopping and giving little makeup tips, tricks, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, let's keep going. So first we're gonna start off by priming. I like to use a hydrochloric acid, and then I go in with the e.l.f. Putty Primer. The e.l.f. Putty Primer is really good for minimizing pores, so I keep that concentrated in the center of my face. And then the hydrochloric acid gives kind of a tacky feeling to your face, so I feel like the foundation sticks to it a little bit better. So we go in with the foundation and we start in the center of her face and then just blend it outwards with a damp beauty blender. After I get my foundation blended out, I like to go in with a concealer. I go underneath my eyes, along the bridge of my nose, forehead, chin, around my nose, like nostril areas, and then I just blend that out with the same beauty blender I used for my foundation, and then I go in and set it afterwards. So I like to go pretty heavily underneath my eyes, and you want to start baking pretty much directly after you place the concealer so it doesn't crack or anything or crease. So I like to go, like I said, heavier underneath my eyes because it gives like a nice brightening effect, and it also makes my under eyes not so creasy. And then after that, I'm gonna go in and do my eyebrows. I like to jump around a lot when I do my makeup. So I don't necessarily do one thing before the next or whatever. I just do whatever feels like what I should do next. So sometimes I start with my eyebrows, sometimes I start with concealer. So it just depends on what my mood is for that day. After I do my eyebrows, I'm going to wipe away my powder, and I usually just wipe it down to the areas that I did not powder the rest of my face. And then I'm going to go in with concealer bronzer. Some days I go heavier with it, some days I just like to bronze up my face a little bit. So I just go on the cheekbones, along my forehead, along my nose, to just make things look a little less flat and a little bit have more definition. After I get all of that done, I like to go in with a highlighter and just highlight all of the high points of my face. And then I'm just going to throw on a little bit of gloss. This is a really good drugstore plumping gloss. It doesn't tingle too much, but it just gives a really good juicy, like hydrating feeling to your lips. We are going to start underneath our eyes now. I usually save this till the very end, so I can get the concealer like right underneath my eye, because that's where it likes to crease the most. So I just add a little bit of the red and the green, and then I'm going to add some sparkly stars kind of trickling down to continue the halo. I just add some adhesive like eyelash glue and attach some cosmetic grade stars to my eyes. So we are just going to throw on some mascara, and after that we're going to use some setting spray. And the setting spray, for one, helps it lock in all day, and two, if you have like a really powdery face going on, it kind of juices it up again, so your makeup sets and your skin looks natural and not so cakey and powdery. And that is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like and subscribe if you have not done so already, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.